TK, NBA, 4K trade shit. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Hello.
This shit family. Hold on. What about Young and Ace?
No, it's crazy. Fuck no, nigga. Shit no.
Young and Ace just got exposed trying to slime out the slime, and when that scheme came to light, he allegedly hit up 4K Trey members and cops, all behind his public image of loyalty and brotherhood. Ace was running an operation that could have gone down as one of the wildest betrayals in hip-hop history. The truth behind how this all came out is darker than most could imagine, and we're about to break it all down. Yo, what's good, fam? We're diving deep into some real street drama that's been shaking the hip-hop world. This ain't just rap beef or industry politics. This is loyalty, betrayal, and a man who might have been playing chess while everyone thought it was checkers. Now, before we ride through this wild story, let me keep it 100 with y'all. The internet has been buzzing about Young and Ace and NBA YoungBoy, with fans seeing clips of Ace FaceTiming 4K Trey members, laughing and kicking it like lifelong homies. But listen to this, we're about to separate fact from fiction, real from fake, because what's really going on is way more calculated than it looks. This was the year that changed everything for Young and Ace. This Jacksonville rapper was rising fast, making waves with raw storytelling and authentic street vibes. But on that night when Ace got shot and lost 3 of his homies, plus his brother, the first call of support didn't come from someone local. It was NBA YoungBoy. That's right, YoungBoy was the first to check on Ace after the tragedy, showing real love when it was needed most. Now hold up, don't think this was just an industry courtesy call. This was true brotherhood forming in a moment of pain. YoungBoy didn't have to do that. He could have just sent condolences on social media like everybody else, but he personally picked up that phone. And here's where it gets spicy, because that bond, which looked unbreakable, might have been a long con from the jump. After that call, Young and Ace and NBA YoungBoy developed a genuine friendship. They weren't just industry acquaintances, they were really riding with each other. Ace would go to the A just to link with Young B. They'd hit the club, play basketball, and YoungBoy even pulled up for Ace's birthday when nobody else did. In an interview with DJ Academics, Ace detailed how the friendship really started. He said, "When I first met him, he came in like, 'What's up, Ace?' We had a show. I had a shirt with his homie on it. He came in like, 'What's up, Ace?' And we just clicked from there." Ace explained they talked daily, sharing goals and dreams, building a brotherhood that seemed unshakable. But listen, this story goes deeper than just 2 rappers being cool. While Ace was connecting with Young B, he was also getting tight with another Louisiana rapper, Jay Young. At the time, there was no beef between Jay and Young B. They were both from Louisiana, both making moves in the game, and everything was peaceful. Ace was the bridge between them. He stayed cool with both sides, and nobody saw a problem. The real kicker though, Ace and Jay got close, like brothers type close. They were talking every single day. They were making music together and building a real friendship that went beyond the industry. For those who might not get how deep these rap relationships run, let me break it down. In hip-hop, especially coming from the streets, your circle is everything. Letting someone in isn't just making a friend, it's building family. And that's exactly what Ace and Jay had. But this ain't just about friendship and loyalty. It's about how one situation can trigger a domino effect that changes everything. And that situation, it started with a leaked verse and a troll playing games. Here's what went down. Jay the Young got a leaked verse from NBA YoungBoy sent by someone pretending to be on YB's team. Jay, thinking it was legit, got hyped about the collab and started telling people a song with YoungBoy was coming soon. He even teased it on social media, hyping fans about this Louisiana connection. But here's where it got wild. When NBA YoungBoy found out, he didn't see it as a misunderstanding. He felt straight up disrespected. Young B hit Twitter and went off on Jay, making it clear there was no collab, no song, and no love between them. The streets have been talking about how Young B felt Jay was trying to ride his name for clout, and that's something Young B don't play about. Real talk, that Twitter exchange got messy. Young B was letting Jay know he wasn't rocking with him, and Jay, being who he was, wasn't backing down.
The beef blew up fast, turning a misunderstanding into full-on war. But yo, here's where Jay went too far to ever come back from it. He ended up sleeping with one of YoungBoy's baby mothers, K. Marie, and bragged about it on social media. Let that sink in. The ultimate violation in the culture. You don't touch another man's baby mother, and you definitely don't flex about it online. Jay posted on Instagram story, "Yeah, I Janae at 23, and for 4K Trey, it's 23. He even added in small text, "You faking now? I just beat that up last night." That timing? Pure disrespect. For anyone who knows the streets, this wasn't just about a woman. It was about respect, territory, and sending a message. Jay wasn't scared of YoungBoy or his rep. The tweets that followed were even crazier. BBG Baby Joe, one of YoungBoy's close associates, called Jay a clown. Jay shot back telling him to get his bomb ass on. Then NBA Kid jumped in, tweeting about Jay wanting to talk when his brother goes to jail, calling out 23, a little boy, and whoever else. The whole 4K Trey camp was on Jay, and the beef was official. Now let's bring Young and Ace into this chaos. Remember, Ace was tight with both YoungBoy and Jay, but when the beef popped off, Jay expected Ace to pick his side. In the hood, that's the code. When your homie got beef, you got beef. But Ace was in a tough spot. YoungBoy had been there for him in his darkest moments. In that same DJ Mix interview, Ace spoke about his relationship with Jay before he passed. He said, "What was you and Jay in turmoil about before he died? I really don't want to say this, but I know YoungBoy kind of took a toll on us. He ain't want me to get in it. You know, you got a brother. It's like, damn, you my brother, but you ain't got my back though." Really? Both of y'all my brothers. But it was some bull we could have talked about. Both had a little arrogance. He was waiting on me to call him. I was waiting on him. I ain't calling. He's gonna call. And he's on the same type of timing. It was some both. That's real pain right there. Ace got caught between two brothers, and his loyalty to YoungBoy cost him his friendship with Jay. They stopped talking, stopped seeing eye to eye, and the world didn't even know because it stayed off social media. Ace said he still talked to all of Jay's homies, and Jay was still talking to Ace's homies, but between them, radio silence. The real tragedy? They never got to squash it. Jay was killed before they could make amends, and Ace has to live with that regret. At Jay's funeral, Ace said he didn't even look at the casket because he didn't want that to be the last time he saw his brother's face. That's heavy, showing just how much love was really there, even through all the beef. But here's where we got to address the elephant in the room. While Ace was dealing with losing Jay and regretting how things ended, he was also tight with another one of YoungBoy's ops, King Von. Now Von and YoungBoy had been beefing for a minute. With all the Chicago versus Louisiana tension playing out in the streets and on socials, fans started seeing Ace as someone playing both sides, trying to stay cool with YoungBoy, while his homies Jay and Von were at war with the same man. For those who don't fully get the politics of this, let me explain. In hip-hop, especially street rap, your associations send messages. Who you kick it with, who you make music with, who you seen with, all of it matters. When you're friends with people beefing with each other, you're walking a tightrope. One wrong move, one slip up, and you can lose everything. Ace was in that position, but he kept trying to maintain both relationships. Some saw that as maturity, avoiding beef that wasn't his. Others saw it as disloyalty, trying to play both sides for his own gain. And now, with everything coming to light, people are wondering if Ace had a more sinister motive. The real tea that shook everybody: Ace's music wasn't hitting like before. His last project was solid, I'll give him that, but the numbers were down, views were lower, the buzz was quieter. In an industry where relevance is king, Ace needed a move to get back in the conversation, and what better way than aligning with one of the hottest rappers in the game, NBA YoungBoy. But here's where it gets suspicious. After Jay died, after Von died, Ace started making moves to get close to YoungBoy in the 4K Trey camp. And I'm not just talking being cool, I'm talking actively reaching out, building relationships with YoungBoy's team, positioning himself as part of that circle. The viral clip that blew up shows Ace FaceTiming with NBA Ben 10, one of YoungBoy's close associates. I know what it is, ATK, NBA Trey. Y'all know what's going on. This family. Hold on. What about Young and Nob as a Young and Nob? They're laughing, joking, talking like lifelong homies. Ben 10 tells Ace to send music, and Ace looks nervous, caught off guard, like he wasn't expecting the spotlight. The whole interaction felt forced, like Ace was trying too hard to prove he belonged. Now, here's what this looks like from the outside. You got a rapper who was close with two of YoungBoy's biggest ops, Jay and Von, both now gone. You got that same rapper struggling with his music career, needing a boost to stay relevant. And you got that same rapper suddenly trying hard to get close to YoungBoy and his team, calling members, getting on FaceTime, acting like it's all love. The streets are saying this looks like a backdoor situation. And honestly, fam, I get why. A backdoor, for those who don't know, is when someone pretends to be your friend to get close only to set you up later.
It's one of the most cowardly moves, and in the streets, unforgivable. So here's the theory everyone's talking about. What if Ace is getting close to YB not out of genuine friendship, but to use him for clout? What if the plan is to build that relationship, make music, boost his career, and then flip when the time is right? What if it's revenge for Jay and Von? I know that sounds wild, but look at the evidence. Ace was close with both Jay and Von. He's publicly stated he regrets how things ended with Jay. That kind of guilt can eat at a person, make them want to set things right. And in the streets, setting it right often means taking revenge on the person who caused the problem. Von is gone too, and Ace was close with him. Von and YB had real beef that doesn't just disappear when someone dies. The people loyal to Von still carry that energy, and if Ace was really close to Von, he's carrying it too. The kicker, and what makes this theory believable, is timing. Ace didn't try to get close to YB until after Jay and Von were gone. When they were alive, he was content staying cool with everyone, not picking sides, not going too deep with either camp. But now that they're gone, with no one to question his loyalty or call him out, Ace is making his move. And let's not forget the Queso situation. Queso's dad came out saying Ace didn't pay for Queso's lawyer like he claimed. There was a whole back and forth with Ace showing paperwork saying he almost went broke covering the lawyer, but the damage was already done. People started questioning if Ace was really loyal, if he was about his homies or just about his image. That situation showed Ace is willing to control narratives, to present himself a certain way even when the truth is messier. And if he's willing to do that with Queso, what's stopping him from doing it with YB? Now, let's get into the actual evidence of what's going on. That FaceTime call with Ben 10 wasn't just casual friend talk. Watch it closely and you can see Ace is nervous. He's stumbling, acting like he wasn't ready, like he got caught doing something he shouldn't be doing. Ben is saying, "You got the phone, man. I don't know what you need, bro. Radio. You put the radio down and then rock out." Ace responds, "No song, bro." Then Ben 10 says, "You supposed to send me a song, bro. Send it right now." Ace, flustered, says, "Oh, you want me to send something? I can send it." That whole exchange is weird, fam. If Ace and Ben 10 were really tight like that, why would Ace be so caught off guard? Why act like he didn't know what Ben 10 was talking about? It looks like Ace was trying to build a relationship, trying to prove he belonged, and Ben 10 was testing him. And here's the thing, when you're trying to backdoor someone, you play the long game. You don't just show up and start causing chaos. You build trust, make people think you're genuine, and when they let their guard down, that's when you make your move. And that's exactly what this looks like. Fans see it too. The comments on that video are full of people calling Ace out, saying he's being disloyal to Jay's memory, saying he's a snake for trying to chill with the same people Jay was beefing with. One comment said, "I just know Jay Young is looking down, shaking his head at his so-called main man kicking it with his top ops." Another said, "All that D-riding would change YB mind, cause Buddy was on a call kicking it with 4K Trey crash dummies." Real talk, the optics are bad. Even if Ace's intentions are pure, even if he genuinely wants to squash beef and stay cool with everyone, it looks suspicious. And in the streets, perception is reality. If people think you're moving funny, you're moving funny, regardless of your intentions. At the end of the day, Young and Ace's situation isn't just about loyalty, beef, or industry politics. It's about the consequences of trying to play both sides, the weight of guilt and regret, and how desperation can make people act in ways they never thought they would. Ace lost two close friends, Jay and Von, and both had beef with the same person. That's not a coincidence, that's a pattern. And now, Ace is trying to get close to that same person, building a relationship with his dead homies considered an enemy. Whether that's genuinely to make peace, boost his career, or plan something more sinister, we don't know for sure. But what we do know is it looks bad, feels wrong, and the streets are watching. For those who know the culture, this is bigger than Ace and YB. It's about the code, about what loyalty means and what happens when you try to have it both ways. You can't be everybody's friend when everybody's at war. Eventually, you have to pick a side, and when you do, you live with the consequences. The streets have spoken, and what they're saying isn't good for Young and Ace. Whether he can flip the narrative or if this is the beginning of the end for his career in rep, only time will tell. But one thing's certain, the culture don't forget, and the culture don't forgive betrayal. What do y'all think about Young and Ace's situation? Is he really trying to backdoor YB, or is this all a misunderstanding blown out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and check out the other videos on screen for more hip-hop drama and street politics shaking the game. Stay safe, keep your circle tight, and remember, in this game, your word and your loyalty are everything. Once you lose that, you lose it all.